All aboard. It's time for the Devil's Towers Fixit 1969 game. Episode 30 is now coming into the books. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, children of all ages, it's time. It's time to fix rail routings to start adding waypoints. Waypoints to make them use the sections of rail we need them to instead of causing jam ups like the Sojo Group's BR 118 there on the High Ridge coaling burnt pine tailings hoppers is doing to us at the moment. So let's take and get this train fixed up. First off, we need to go into his actual station. Peek at his schedule, and yes, there is a huge error. We need him to go back to High Ridge. So after he hits Remus, we need him to come over to the High Ridge. Line. So he needs to be coming through here. He also needs to stay on the main line prior to that. So we need him to start thinking about where we need these trains to run. In between, we do need him to take and also still run the correct methodology or track lines so that they don't go down the wrong tracks and block everything up in ways that are, well, to put it the least, non-productive. This guy should have turned here onto this line here, which we're going to need to do a passing siding to permit him to do that. We're going to keep the train line open. We're going to take and close him out. We've got a bunch of stuck trains because of him. Everybody's stuck on those lines. So it is time. Fix a rail segment. And this is never a fun thing to have to do, because it never quite works out the way we want it to. Take out the signal there, drop one here, drop one here. Go to here, we need a waypoint here. Make him pull to that line to get him into the correct line, and then to a waypoint here. On our way homeward bound. Going over, we need the same kind of waypointings, and these are going to be inserts. So we did him there. We need one here, one here. Bring him through that waypoint right there. Then dispatch him onto the line here. Come to this one. That's this halt right here. Prove it to you. By going to him. There he is. So we need to take and bring a insert stop waypoint there. Next, we need to take and tell him to Close that down. Go to depot for a moment. Start him to take and run back. Get him clear of the signal so that the train behind him can take and turn around. Now I can turn him back around. He should take and follow the correct routing. We're hoping. We're really, really hoping that this will clear this up. And I really should pull him out of where he's logging in and out of, because that is for the plastics train. It's going to sit there. Now we're totally jammed up. Not working right at all. Let's send him back to the depot. Go to depot. Speed it up. Get him back there as fast as we can. He's in the depot. Now start him out, and he should hit the right spots for us to function with him correctly. And as we take a look at our various setups, it's time to start thinking about what sort of a train we need to take and actually be running along these lines. Is this loop actually functioning the way we need it to? Do I need more trains on that? If so, should I go smaller trains and fewer or more, or keep with those three liners? That's an interesting question on the PAX Ash loop, or the new Ash PAX loop. Good question. Good question. We're now sitting here staring at where we're at, and he needs a way to get to his destination. And right there is our waypoint for him. This might just free him up. We will see. If not, I am going to do a pass sighting here to see if I can get him to recognize another pathway. If not, within a few minutes, he's not taking off, so we do have still further issues. Let's go ahead and sell the train. Go to depot. Back in. Hopefully this time he will see other routings that will let him get faster and into that setup. Another thing I want to do is I want to grab this signal. This is the rail close. So now nobody can try to go through this way. Also need to go back to his setup, and that is a freight bulk train, and he is the burnt pine tailings hopper. He's supposed to be coming to there. We need to see his scheduling, and he's supposed to be going to this one right here instead of here. So let's see if this fixed everything before we send him out. Give him a speed run out. Yes, he's dispatching correctly now. And we can take out these two waypoints. So we're going to find those two waypoints. So we're going to remove that one on the return stroke. And let's see where this guy's at. That's that one. That guy gets removed. Took out the wrong one still. we still have a jam up going on over here. But that's just a dispatching jam up. A couple signals will fix that. Let's go ahead and add a signal right here. That'll let that train go on in, freeing up the other two trains to take and make their motions, which are to go down the line, the main line, not onto the siding there. Every little mistake made does have a price. So coming to this station point, that's the one we need to remove, 7. All right. And then we need to add, coming out of Remus, a waypoint here, and going into Remus, that last waypoint is now needing to be inserted here. Where is this waypoint is the question. That's the one we just put in. Perfect. What's this one? Other side. So basically we're going to have to take out all these waypoints we did and fix everything the correct way. He's at least rolling now, so I know I've got it set. So coming out of the High Ridge Mine, we need him to come to this waypoint, then this waypoint. Then I need him to understand he needs to come to this waypoint to hit this waypoint on his way to this waypoint. Now, unfortunately, I did those all wrong. I did them as adds instead of inserts. So let's start over again. Not easy to take and do these dispatch setups. Here, want him on this line, want him to there, want him to peak here, want him to peak there. Now we go to add for the return trip. He's coming back the same way, but on the other side of the lines, so that he obeys the traffic flow we want him to utilize, which is that. May seem complicated, but now he's going to run the way we need him to. Hopefully he won't jam up too much, and hopefully he's going to follow the correct routing. Does appear to be so. Yes, it is. There we go. Now for the next thing we got to do, slow it back down. Got to take and expand those stations and replace them. With the darker coloration ones that I needed. There we go. 4 in points, 1 out point. Much better setup than what we had. Much better. All right, hopefully that will cure us of all of our problems. Going to our general, and our problems is we had the two trains, that train stuck. He's no longer stuck. He's gotten squared away. This will also allow me to remove this section that was causing me problems. So do that first, do the signaling fix. Take this back to a two-way signal. There. Take out the sections of line, that wonderful little section of line we put in. Take out this section of line. Leave that crossover because that's a good spot for a crossover. In case I have to do any further work down the road. All right. Looking a lot better. Hopefully feeling a lot better about our setup, and we'll see how it runs. Hey, I'm Callie Jack. Have a better day than I'm having. Be safe with whatever you're doing, whether it's work, play, or just lazing about.